In today's video, I am going to teach you how to clean messy data in Excel. We will take a small example of text that has irregular spacing and inconsistent capitalization, and we will clean it so it looks consistent and is easier to work with. Even when your dataset is small, cleaning habits like these matter, because messy text can cause problems with sorting, filtering, lookups, and reports. First, select your messy text data column from cell A2 to A6. Take a moment to look at what is currently in those cells. You may notice extra spaces, inconsistent capitalization, or a mix of formats. This step is simply identifying the range you want to clean, so everything you do next stays focused on the right part of your worksheet. Next, click cell B2 and type proper trim A2 to fix irregular spacing and capitalization. This is the core formula you will use. The trim function removes extra spaces from the text, which is important because many messy datasets contain double spaces or leading and trailing spaces. Then, the proper function changes the capitalization so that each word starts with a capital letter and the rest of the letters become lowercase. Together, these functions turn inconsistent entries into a more uniform format. After you type the formula, confirm that Excel fills it in correctly for cell B2. You are not changing the original data in column A yet. You are creating a cleaned version in column B, which is a safe approach because you can still refer back to the original values if needed. Now drag the fill handle down from B2 to fill cells down to B6. This is how you apply the same cleaning logic to each row without typing the formula multiple times. As you drag, watch the preview changes in the formula bar, or simply check that Excel uses the correct matching cell references for each row, such as A3, A4, and so on. The result should be a cleaned list in column B that mirrors the original rows from column A but with proper spacing and consistent capitalization. Once column B shows the cleaned text for every row, this prepares the cleaned results to replace the original values. Copying is also useful because it lets you move quickly into a clean and final output. After copying, right-click cell A2 and select Paste Values. This step is very important because Paste Values inserts only the actual text results, not the formulas. If you paste formulas back into column A, you keep calculation dependencies that may slow down your workbook or make the file harder to interpret. By pasting values, you lock in the cleaned text exactly as it appears. As you do this, make sure you paste specifically starting in A2, since A2 is the first cell in your original messy text column. Then you should see column A update so that the messy spacing and inconsistent capitalization are replaced by the cleaned versions. Next, select your entire dataset range from cell A1 to C6. This step is about preparing everything you have for the next stage of your work, such as further cleaning, formatting, sorting, filtering, or analysis. By selecting the full range, you ensure that any actions you take apply to the entire dataset rather than just the cleaned column. Take a moment to confirm that the selection covers A1 through C6 exactly. If your dataset is part of a larger sheet, this is the time to double-check the boundaries so you do not accidentally include extra rows or omit relevant columns. At this point, your messy text has been cleaned in place, and your dataset is ready for whatever comes next. You have corrected spacing and capitalization, replaced the original entries with cleaned values, and set yourself up to work with a consistent range, and that covers everything you need to know.